Already, you can feel the tension in this arena.
You get the sense, Greg, there is a level of intensity right out of the gates.
And wow, you just have to love the motor on Montrezl Harrell when he's on the floor. Great on the glass, and he just plays with such a fire. Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
To me, Greg, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
And with Harrell, you can see how his energy spreads to the rest of the team.
Reminds me a bit of what Fareed used to bring to teams. Harrell is also undersized, but boy, he makes up for it in so many ways.
And that one's good. Beverly.
Good job attacking. Those restricted area shots are what every NBA team is looking for.
Back to Westbrook. That's tipped. Now the Clippers moving it up. Nobody near Williams. Here's Harrell. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Westbrook passes to Christie. To stop the run. And the rejection by Harrell. Beverly with the ball. Picked up by Malone. Out of bounds. It'll be Albuquerque's ball. And about 2 minutes played here in the first quarter.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
And the layup's good off the glass.
First make of the day should finally give them a little confidence.
It's usually interesting. After a bit of a struggle, does the first bucket get you into a little rhythm now?
Williams for 3. Rebound by Albuquerque. If you're just tuning in, we played about 2.5 minutes here in the first.
Really just struggling here in the first few minutes. 5 attempts with only 1 falling.
Leonard dishes to Williams. Back to Leonard. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Williams.
Kawhi Leonard from the restricted area. Turn the lights out.
And now the first timeout called here for Albuquerque.
And maybe the biggest story of this summer, where would Kawhi Leonard be headed in free agency? A player of his caliber commands that kind of media scrutiny.
For the Clippers, Zubac is checked in for Montrezl Harrell. JaMychal Green comes in for Kawhi Leonard. And Landry Shamet subbed in for Williams. Now, here's Ball. Okafor kicks to McGrady. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And it's Okafor off the drive. And then Okafor slams it in.
Yeah, he just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam. 1:51 left to play in the first quarter. Greg, you talk about the media focus for Kawhi Leonard. Not exactly something he embraces.
Not at all. As a kid on his birthdays, he'd shutter himself in his room because he didn't want the attention. To this day, he lets his play do the talking.
And so here's Albuquerque. The Clippers getting the bucket. A 15-footer. Okafor, the pass to McGrady. Albuquerque keeps it going. A new shot clock. Kobe kicks to Okafor. Now here is McGrady. He's covered by Shamet. And it's Okafor missing. Los Angeles leading by 8. And here's George for 3. Okafor grabs the miss. Giannis inside. Guarded by Green. The drive by Bryant. Blanketed by the D. He fights to the rim for the layup.
And Brian, just a superb athlete, terrific at just imposing his will on the defense on that drive.
And that one's good. Beverly's got 6.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
McGrady, right side. Shoots over Shamet. A quick shot there, and it's off target. On offense, here are the Clippers. They're on a 14-6 run. 4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. George passes to Zubac. Here's Shamet. Now, here's Zubac. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Deep 2 from Beverly. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Here's McGrady. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. And so it's Los Angeles in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. A look at the field goal percentage numbers tells the story of what tough defense they're playing today. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
I think across the board, a number of guys who've done a great job guarding multiple positions.
And the Clippers, looking at who they've got, Beverly and Shamet in the backcourt together. Green is out there with Kawhi Leonard. And it's Zubac in at the center, locking down the middle. Now Beverly, following the miss by Giannis Antetokounmpo from deep. Here's Sexton. Pass to Maker. A floater. That one misses. So the Clippers will take it the other way. Shamet on the wing. Defended by Carter. Leonard looking around. Great D that time from Giannis.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
We call that a great contest. You know this is something he brings to the table, the ability to anchor your defense.
Passes to Leonard. Over onto Kumbo. No good on the shot, a bit long that time.
Listen, he can make that shot right there, but I do know they have other options they can go to.
Many thought the Raptors or Lakers would land Kawhi, but in the end, he came to the Clippers to write his own legacy. Returning to Southern Cal, where he grew up, was a big part of his decision. The big surprise was how Kawhi was out recruiting other stars behind the scenes to join him with the Clippers.
And the Clippers decide to take their first time out here.
What I love about Colin Sexton, guys, is he's super aggressive. He knows speed and athleticism are his advantage, and he makes great use of both of those things.
Christie's checked in for Albuquerque. Westbrook comes in for Colin Sexton. And then for Los Angeles, Harrell comes in for Ivica Zubac. And it's Williams in for Patrick Beverly. Here's Williams. A shot that time, not on target. Good D by Westbrook. And the 8th pick back in 2018, Sexton with all the physical tools, Doris, you look for at the point guard position.
Yes, Kevin, but like most young players, there is still a lot to learn for Colin. Some of his vets were not shy about saying that early on. This young man has got time. He's got to put his head down and go to work.
Harrell drives in. Los Angeles shooting their first free throws of the game. And he makes the first. And free throws, good for Harrell. And here in the second, 2 minutes gone by. Vucevic against Harrell. And it's Vucevic missing.
That's one he knows he should have drained. Leonard finds Green. Shamet with it.
Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. And Harrell slams it in.
Well, what he lacks in size for a typical center, he makes up for with all that athleticism. Boy, can he elevate.
Christie the pass to Vucevic. To the middle. And Vucevic throws it down.
He's got the size to make that an easy finish. Vucevic, deep position, and he's golden.
Outside Williams. The pass to Harrell. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Vucevic. Paul George, he's checked in for Green. Quarter number 2, around 3 minutes gone by. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Shamet. Rebounded by Maker. Albuquerque trails by 4. Throws it up high, and then Carter with the dunk.
Man, I love seeing Carter take flight. Ben Saturday, a powerful dunker on these alley-oops.
Now Williams. Out of bounds. It'll be Albuquerque's ball. Some changes for Albuquerque. Okafor is checked in for Vucevic. Malone comes in for Maker. And Tracy McGrady subbed in for Vince Carter.
Tracy McGrady.
Pass to Okafor. George against Christie. Westbrook passes to Okafor. Here's Christie. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. 4 on the shot clock. Westbrook can't get it to go. And so George will bring it up for Los Angeles. Gets the 14-footer to fall. And the Clippers lead by 4.
There's a rhythm with which Paul George plays the game of basketball. That pace is so important.
Pass to Christie. Back to Okafor. Outside Westbrook. He's just scored his first basket with that shot, making him 1 for 4.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
Passes it to Leonard. Back to Williams. The shot comes out, and Albuquerque the other way now. Christie the pass to Okafor.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force him to the line.
This is his first free throw of the game. And that one calls for Okafor. Both teams deciding to change it up. That one drops. He ties it up. Clippers with the ball. 1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. Harrell kicks to Williams. This one for 3. Rebound by Albuquerque. Okafor's got his 4th rebound in this one. Malone passes to Okafor. From 10 feet out, it's good. Okafor's got the lead up to 2 now for Albuquerque.
This guy is a pick-your-poison kind of player. Very hard defensively to cover all your bases with him.
And some good action through the first 2 quarters. As we reach halftime, Albuquerque front. And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. You know, guys, Montrezl Harrell has been exceptional here.
And you know he's going to put up points every time out, but boy, he made it look so easy in that first half.
And let's see if he continues that trend the rest of the way. He certainly has the talent and the endurance to do just that.
They've got Kobe, Russell Westbrook out there with Christie. And there's Malone, and it's Manning in a power forward position. That's the group starting the second half for Lloyd Pierce. Outside Williams. Harrell against Bryant. Now here is George. Tight defense on him. Leonard, no luck. And Albuquerque with the possession. A 2-point game. It's Kobe Bryant on the wing, defended by George. Here's Malone, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Malone's got the first points of the third quarter up on the board for Albuquerque. Williams against Christie. Kobe with the steal. There's the pass to Manning. No good with the triple. Los Angeles trails by 4. George with no one around. No good from outside. George has gone 1 of 3 on the night.
Well, for so much of what Paul George brings to the table, you have to start with his defensive impact. He is one of the top defenders in the league at his position, if not the best.
Here's Manning. He's defended by Harrell. And stolen by Harrell. Beverly dishes to Leonard. Back to Beverly. Clippers moving the ball around. You look at George with all he does, Greg, you sometimes forget how good his perimeter defense is.
Well, I mean, his teammates and coaches won't ever forget about the impact he has on that end. Even when George isn't scoring or the shot isn't falling, he is still a monster on the floor just with his defense alone.
And the Clippers making a change here. Green's checked in. 5 on the clock. Beverly for 3. That one's not going to go. And Albuquerque the other way now. Feeds it to Westbrook. Good. And it's Giannis picking up the assist. Westbrook's got his second basket of the game.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
And the Clippers call time here. As the teams head into this timeout, a chance for the coaches now to map out some plays for the next few minutes and a chance for the players to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's important if they want to make sure they don't wear down later in the game.
Absolutely. Over the course of a game, you have to stay hydrated.
Tracy McGrady's checked in for Albuquerque. Here's George. And that one hits back iron.
And battling hard on the glass, they hold the advantage here so far.
McGrady outside. Vucevic. Great D that time from Green.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
That boy, to have someone back there who can erase your mistakes, what a big-time asset defensively.
And here's George for 3. Very long-range jumper. George has got 5.
Consistent shooter from outside the arc. Paul George is terrific at finding space when he needs to get a shot off.
Giannis kicks to Maker. 1:51 left here in the third quarter. Pass to McGrady. Out of bounds, the Clippers take possession.
Listen, turnovers happen. You've got to move on to the next play.
Los Angeles trails by 3. And here's Beverly. He's got 6. Outside, George. Here's the teardrop. Good. 7 points in the game.
You can see there's complete trust in Paul George and pick and rolls. Fantastic at taking advantage of the defense and the separation they give him.
Now a timeout called by Albuquerque.
Boy, when you look at the numbers and the impact for Paul George, there is no question he's been in the MVP conversation. The outside shooting, the ability to attack the rim, and the force he is on the defensive end, just so impressive.
And the dunk by Maker.
Well, you can see why his teammates love playing with him. Vucevic willing to find the open guy.
Westbrook against Beverly. They kick it out to Green. That doesn't go on the chance to tie.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Pass to Vucevic. And that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook. Now it's a 5-point Albuquerque lead. And it's the Clippers' ball. Beverly the pass to George. We've got 33 seconds left in the third quarter. That's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession. Some changes for Albuquerque. Okafor is checked in for Maker. Sexton comes in for McGrady. And Ball subbed in for Russell Westbrook. Kawhi Leonard's checked in for the Clippers. Here's Beverly. He has 6. Good work there as it goes. Beverly's got 8 points.
This is what we call highly efficient play. Working off the screen, getting to the cup.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. And it's Ball at the elbow. Okafor with the ball. He's got 6. Back to Ball. Clock at 6. Shoots from 12. And there's Sexton. That's good on the assist by Ball. Sexton's got his first bucket in this one. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in.
Love the fact that Ball can use his length to annoy shooters. Make sure whoever he's on doesn't get off a clean shot.
The third quarter comes to a close. Albuquerque out in front, up by 5. And we'll have the start of the fourth quarter for you as soon as we get back from this short break. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
Yeah, and I like the fact we get to see this pass one more time. A magnificent feed, and you love to see your off guard taking over the playmaking duties with this much skill.
And to me, Jay, you love the unselfishness, finding the best look, and it doesn't matter who's taking it.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4.
And yes, I'm
okay, now let's reset our lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this fourth quarter. Setting the floor for the Clippers. Williams and Shamet are the guard set. The 2 stars, George and Leonard, fill up the forward slots. And it's Harrell in at the 5, patrolling the paint. Sexton the pass to Okafor. That one doesn't go. Los Angeles trails by 5. Here's Leonard. And the basket is good.
This is a small forward who, because he's 230 pounds, can hold his own down in the low post. That is nicely done.
Ball, the pass to Okafor. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
How about the concentration? He gets hit, but stays with the play and gets the finish.
Christie, he's checked in for Albuquerque.
Woohoo!
1 minute now into this fourth quarter. And it's Leonard with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Clippers. They trail by 6. He can't get that one. Nice D from Malone.
And you know what? He's just not on his game. No doubt about it. Their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not been an asset for his team.
Oh, can do something.
Los Angeles trails by 8. Passes it to George. Leonard against Malone. Takes the 13-footer, and Leonard gets it to go.
You can see the handle of Kawhi Leonard so much
Oh, you
tighter
saw,
than it used to be.
if you hear
How
the music
confident
in the
is he off
background,
the
it's
dribble?
inside.
Williams against Ball. The
Oh!
Clippers grab the miss.
Aggressive.
Harrell's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Outside, George fires from the wing, and right through it goes.
And you like to see since the half now, he's finally starting to come around.
Over to the wing. Here's Christie. Ball. Good on the shot.
And they're scoring much more efficiently here in the second half, and they've gotten that field goal percentage above 50.
Los Angeles calls timeout.
And he could tell his guys were dragging a little bit, calling timeout to kind of let them catch their breath.
Good. Need more wine.
And the Clippers making a change here. Beverly's checked in. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, during the break, I listened in on Doc Rivers talking to the team. He told them this is gut check time. This is when it gets
Okay.
real and when it gets fun. We're here to play in these big moments. Let's make this one count. Kevin, by my count, that's 5 cliches.
And over to it. Half minutes in the books here in the fourth. Knocked away. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Westbrook. Shot clock at 5. Beverly wide open. Okafor grabs the miss. Okafor's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Tipped away. We're in the final quarter of play here. 3 minutes in. Harrell the pass to Beverly. Kicks it out to Leonard. Over Bryant. Here's Williams. And Okafor with the block. Here's Christie. And there's the pass to Mann. Down low. The shot's good from Christie. Christie's got the lead up to 8 now for Albuquerque.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Got to fight over it as a defender.
And Greg, you know exactly what that takes. It takes energy, it takes activity, it takes intensity.
Here's Manning. He's covered by Leonard. Here's Westbrook. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed. And now it's a 10-point Albuquerque lead. And here is Los Angeles now.
But probably we win this game.
Now here's Leonard. 1:02 left in the fourth quarter of this one.
And the way they have controlled the glass this game, really impressive.
And bottom line, more boards means more possessions. That's how you build a lead.
And once they smelled blood in the water, you could see the killer instinct take over.
And you want to save your best for last. Tonight, they've done that and then some.
Here's Harrell. It's blocked. 36 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Here's Christie. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
What I like here, even with the big lead, they continue to execute their offense.
And that, to me, Greg, is a sign of excellent coaching. There's an attention to detail. There is valuing of every possession.
And Christie, no good on that one. And here's Beverly. He brings it up for the Clippers. It's a 14-point game. And Okafor with the block. Here's Manning, and he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time, the whistle blowing. There's the foul against the Clippers.
And remember the buzz, it was huge around Manning when he was taken with that #1 pick in the draft. And you know what? It should have been. This guy was a stud for all 4 years in college.
Both good from the line that time. 16 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Beverly against Ball. Harkless on the wing. Beverly for three. No good. And so Albuquerque takes the win. They poured it on tonight. Dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
And, you know, this game could really be a defining one for what they can do when they are playing at their best. I mean, being here at home no doubt helps, and the execution.
Welcome, folks. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports for the latest presentation of our NBA basketball. Hi, everyone. This is Kevin Harlan with Chris Webber and Greg Anthony, our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. So here's Oklahoma City's starting group. Robertson and Gallinari at the small and power forward positions. Paul out there with Gilgeous-Alexander, and it's Adams in at the 5. And for Albuquerque, Christie is out there with Russell Westbrook. Then it's Malone, and there's Bryant, and it's Manning in at the 4-man position. And so off the tip, it's Oklahoma City. Westbrook against Paul. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander, and he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. Adams against Malone. They get a hand on it. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander, and a great assist by Paul as that one goes in.
Yeah, and if you're playing along Chris Paul, you better have your hands ready. If you're open, he'll find you, or you're going to get hit in the head.
Back to Westbrook. Paul with the ball. And here's Robertson. Oh, and here we go. Kobe's got it with a fast break chance. And he finishes nicely on the layup.
His offensive skill set is off the charts. He has more than a few ways to punish him.
And it's Oklahoma City's ball. Now Robertson. And the pass to Adams. Back to Robertson. Shot clock at 6. Inside. Gallinari. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Yeah, very little resistance. I mean, you had to bring much faster help than that.
Now here's Westbrook. Pass to Manning. Fires from deep. Connects from three-point range.
In one word, Manning's versatile. I mean, he can knock down perimeter shots like that or operate like an expert on that low block.
Paul can't get it to go. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
Albuquerque shooting their first free throws of the game.
Danny Manning. 2 shots.
The first one falls.
And remember the buzz? It was huge around Manning when he was taken with that #1 pick in the draft. And you know what? It should have been. This guy was a stud for all 4 years in college.
And good on the second, so he makes them both.
Oh, you can get spoiled watching him at the line. I mean, you just expect him to make every one, every time.
Gilgeous-Alexander with it. Westbrook picks him up. Bounce pass from Paul. Gallinari left side. Shoots the 3. Not going to go that time. And Albuquerque the other way now. And stolen by Robertson. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Misses off the right iron. Albuquerque leading by 3.
Well, a look at that 2018 Clippers draft pick and Gilgeous-Alexander. His incredible size at the point guard spot makes him one of the more intriguing players from that class.
Now here's Malone. Following the miss by Russell Westbrook. Manning with the bucket.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, that's because he's getting his number called early. I mean, he's doing his part to help carry the offensive load.
And first time out of the game called for Oklahoma City. And last season with Gilgeous-Alexander, Greg, you could see what he was capable of with his length.
Well, he is just so difficult to slow up when he's running downhill at a defender. Already a plus defender in his offense coming along. He could be a scary figure at that point guard position.
All new players now for Albuquerque. And a new group in here for the Thunder. Noel's checked in for Steven Adams. Muscala comes in for Andre Robertson. Ferguson's checked in for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. And Dennis Schroeder subbed in for Paul.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
Greg, last season, Dennis Schroeder transitioning to more of a 6-man role with the Thunder.
And for his first go at that role, I thought Schroeder looked really good. He's always been able to score and create, and coming off the bench might be the best spot for him.
Both shots good from the stripe. And there's 1:45 left to play in the first quarter. It's Antetokounmpo on the wing. Back to Ball. And a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in.
He has the size to be a factor inside. Ball doesn't shy away from testing his luck from there.
Schroeder passes to Muscala. Gallinari with it. Now Okafor defending. Gallinari surveying the D. Over Giannis. The Thunder with another miss.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
Out to the right wing. Back to Vucevic. Vucevic gets double teamed. Here's Ball. A three-pointer, no good. Oklahoma City trails by 5. Out left to the wing. Here's Schroeder. Lays it up off the glass.
Oh, the timing couldn't have been better on that assist.
McGrady kicks to Okafor. 26 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Here's Vucevic. Ball, the pass to Okafor. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. An even 3-on-3 break. That's a 2 from Ferguson, and he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down. Now, here's Ball. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Albuquerque out in front, up by 1. And back with the start of the second quarter in just a moment. And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And what stands out to you from Albuquerque in this one so far?
Well, when you control the glass, you control the second chance opportunities on both ends.
You're exactly right, GA. I mean, they've been quicker to the ball, showing great anticipation and terrific hustle.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. And so in the game for Albuquerque, Colin Sexton is out there with Carter. Then there's Maker. Then there's Jahlil Okafor, and it's Antetokounmpo in at the 3 spot.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Out of bounds, it'll be Albuquerque's ball. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander checked in for Oklahoma City. Now here is Carter. Gilgeous-Alexander covering. Got that one up quick. Antetokounmpo's got his first basket. And it's Schroeder with the ball. He brings it up for Oklahoma City. They trail by 3. Passes it to Noel. Kicks to Schroeder. Rebound by Albuquerque.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
Well, that's why he's out there right now. In situations like this, he stands tall to prevent points.
Oh, Kevin, get a load of that one. Take that play and put it in the alley-oop textbook, boys.
Perfectly done. You're right. He put it on a platter for him. Now here's Schroeder. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Noel. And slam dunk by Noel.
Look, he may not be thought of as big for a center, but with his ability to go vertical, he sure plays big.
The pass to Okafor. Over Noel. It's rebounded by Schroeder. Oklahoma City trails by 3. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Schroeder. And here we go, Albuquerque, fast break. Antetokounmpo running.
And really, the ceiling for Antetokounmpo is limitless. I mean, he has the potential to be a Hall of Famer one day. And, you know, the improvement we've seen over the last few seasons with Giannis is incredible. I mean, he just keeps adding to an already superstar-level game.
Looking at who's out there now for Albuquerque. Kobe's checked in for Okafor. Christie comes in for Carter. And Russell Westbrook is subbed in for Sexton. And then for Oklahoma City, Adams, he's checked in for Noel. Andre Robertson comes in for Terrence Ferguson. And Paul's subbed in for Dennis Schroeder.
Well, they weren't going to pass up that chance to get out and run following the steal.
And you know, Greg, this last season, Giannis improving on his rebounding and his passing.
Career highs for him in both of those areas. If he ever adds a deep shot, I'm not sure how you guard him at that point.
That's in, and the Albuquerque lead is cut down to 3 on the bucket from Muscala. And Albuquerque with the possession. Pass to Christie. And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Albuquerque shooting their 5th free throw of the game here. And no good on the technicals, so unable to pick that one up. And Albuquerque making a change here. Malone's checked in. Out to the right wing. Maker passes to Malone. Malone is doubled. Back to Maker. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. D right on him. Paul kicks to Robertson. Here's Paul. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Just 3 to shoot for the 3. The shot, no good. And Albuquerque the other way now. Out to the wing. Here's Maker. Malone trying to break free. And Maker with the basket on the assist from Westbrook.
A sharp weapon for Maker, active in trying to get himself going from beyond the arc.
Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City.
Every timeout, a chance to review the lineups, matchups, or call a play.
You know, that's what coaches are paid to do, right? I mean, curious to see what they go with here.
Some changes for Albuquerque. Vucevic checked in for Thon Maker. McGrady comes in for Christie. And it's Lonzo Ball in for Russell Westbrook. And a switch here also for Oklahoma City. Gallinari's checked in. Now here's Adams. That's tipped. Tries to save it. Out of bounds. It'll be Albuquerque's ball. And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in the second quarter of play. Pass to Malone. Here's McGrady from deep. Goes back up, and Malone puts it in. And now it's a 10-point Albuquerque lead.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Now here's Paul. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. 6 to shoot. To end the run, Malone with the block. McGrady right side. He kicks it to Malone. Malone is doubled. To the paint. It's stolen by Adams. Shoots. And it's Paul missing.
He's dragged them down with his performance today. I mean, a whole lot of zeros from him on the stat sheet.
Malone outside. Back to McGrady. Lays it up and banks it in. McGrady's got his first 2 points.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Paul with the ball. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Over McGrady. The Thunder with another miss. And so it's Albuquerque enjoying a 12-point lead as they talk things over. During the break, they've been putting on a clinic in the paint. Shots are falling with regularity, and they are pounding it down low. Back right after this. And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. Albuquerque leading by 12. So for Oklahoma City right now, Gallinari and Adams, the combo out front. Gilgeous-Alexander out there with Chris Paul. And it's Robertson in at the 3 slot. And Gilgeous-Alexander's got the ball here for the Thunder. Feeds it to Paul. Clock at 6. Adams, the pass to Gallinari. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Almost, but it rolls out.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
Bryant, that's for 2. Gallinari with the rebound. Oklahoma City trails by 15. Now last season, a bit of a renaissance for Gallinari.
And the way Gallinari stepped up last season, Kevin, was a big reason the Clippers were as strong as they were. Now on the other side of 30, he's been playing some of his best basketball here of late.
Here's Manning. Steven Adams making his last shot. Some solid defense from Gallinari. Here's Paul. Now the pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Malone with the block. And they'll keep possession. Now here's Kobe, the fast break opportunity. He lobs it up.
Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
Perfect example of how to run the break the right way and get a great look.
Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City.
And Kevin, he saw his guys just a little sluggish out there. Oftentimes a timeout like this allows you to kind of just reset.
Okafor is checked in for Albuquerque. Carter comes in for Bryant. And a new group getting ready for Oklahoma City. Nerlens Noel checks in for Adams. Mike Muscala comes in for Gallinari. Ferguson's checked in for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. And Dennis Schroeder subbed in for Chris Paul.
Ooh, and this is turning into a slow start here in the second half. Seems like they left that offense in the locker room.
Back to Westbrook. That one falls, coming off Carter's feed. And Albuquerque leads by 17.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Here's Ferguson. Noel finds Schroeder. From deep three-point range. Got a piece of it.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Here's Westbrook. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Yeah, and it hasn't just been the offensive output. They're putting in the work at the defensive end as well.
Ferguson, the pass to Noel. Schroeder against Westbrook. And it hung on the rim, but wouldn't fall for him. And he's going up for the alley-oop. And the jam by Karl Malone.
Yeah, letting it rip. They're just having fun right now.
Well, they're playing well as a unit, taking shots they know they can make and building this lead.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Now, here's Robertson, defended by Christie. And here's Robertson. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Shot clock at 2. Malone with the block. Here's Okafor. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's going to be on Nerlens Noel.
And you know what? Very close to a three-point play right there.
Albuquerque shooting their 6th and 7th free throw attempts tonight.
Jahlil Okafor at the line for 2.
The first free throw is good. A big group substitution here for Albuquerque. Vucevic, he's checked in for Malone. Antetokounmpo comes in for Christie. Tracy McGrady's checked in for Vince Carter. And it's Sexton in for Russell Westbrook. Gallinari, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City.
Well, it's been an express lane to the rim. Coach can't be happy about that.
4 rotations. I mean, slow help and just not enough toughness on the interior. They've got a lot to talk about.
.122 left to play in the third. Here's Ferguson. Pass to Noel. The dish to Schroeder. To end the cold streak, and Okafor with the block.
He has shot them in the foot with his inability to make shots tonight.
It's stolen by Schroeder. Here's Gallinari. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Yeah, the defender all over it.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. A different look for Oklahoma City. Steven Adams, he's checked in for Noel. Gilgeous-Alexander comes in for Mike Muscala. And Paul subbed in for Dennis Schroeder. Gallinari hits them both. There's 47 seconds left in the third. And it's Vucevic in the corner. Back to Sexton. That one goes in. Sexton's got his first points in this one.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Here's Ferguson. Passes it to Paul. And here's Gallinari. Just 5 on the clock. Back to Paul from outside the arc. Drops in the tray. Paul's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
Oh, the quick trigger on Paul is what I like to see. Don't put it on the deck. Just catch, shoot, and bring it up.
Gallinari with the steal. And so it's Albuquerque closing out the quarter with a 20-point lead. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. Back to the action after this word. And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Bryant is out there with Maker. Then it's Ball. Then it's Tracy McGrady. And it's Vucevic in at the center, locking down the middle. Here's Adams, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. That one on Vucevic.
And you look at the way Steven Adams has developed his offense the last few years. It's been a huge boost for this team. He has always been a great defender, but now he is an important cog on this team in terms of scoring.
Good on the second free throw. And with Adams in his offense, you forget how young he is.
And big men, sometimes they just take a little longer to find their path in the NBA. And Adams has certainly found his. I remember him being in mostly to screen and rebound when he was a rookie, but look how far his game has come.
Here is Paul, following the basket by Kobe Bryant. Stolen by Ball. And here we go, Albuquerque, fast break. And the dunk by Maker.
Now this is what you like seeing. Maker not just laying it up, but powering down.
Paul against Ball. Paul dishes to Gallinari. Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. McGrady covering. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
That's his second personal foul. At the line, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Taking 2 shots.
First free throw is good. Andre Robertson, he's checked in for Ferguson. And he makes both free throws.
And they came out of the locker room after halftime with a much more physical approach than what we saw in that first half.
Here's Manning. That falls. Nice feed that time from Ball.
Oh, look at that awareness of Ball. Fantastic at recognizing when his teammates are wide open.
Paul looking around. Now, here is Gallinari. He's guarded closely. Doesn't go for him. Albuquerque leading by 23. Bryant finds ball. And yes, it's good.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
Here's Paul. Pass to Robertson. Gallinari on the wing. Oh, and he's going up for the alley-oop here. And the dunk by Robertson.
And the definition of teamwork right there on that alley-oop.
And Greg, what about the finish? Bringing it down with some
Impressive.
thunder. Yeah. Now a timeout called by Albuquerque.
Adjustments are a part of the game, and the coach sees something he doesn't like here.
Yeah, I like the chess match that's going on here. Each team trying to find and exploit the favorable matchup on the floor.
Some changes for Albuquerque. Karl Malone's checked in for Thon Maker. And it's Russell Westbrook in for Lonzo Ball. For the Thunder, we're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter in this one. To the wing right side. Back to Westbrook. Shoots over Schroeder. And he tries off the glass, but it's no good. And so here is Oklahoma City. Nader the pass to Diallo. The pass to Noel. Poke loose. It's stolen by Bryant. Now Malone. He's guarded by Diallo. Schroeder against Westbrook. Pass to Baisley. Over to the left wing. Here's Nader, defended by Christie. Got a piece of it, and they're able to recover. Clock is at 3. Here's Schroeder. Misses the 3, and he used the pump fake well there, but he couldn't penalize. And that one's good. Westbrook.
Like how confident Westbrook is close to the rim. Gets high off the ground and releases his shot quickly.
Schroeder passes to Baisley. Back to Schroeder. And he uses the glass on the layup.
Oh, that's a well-deserved assist. Not every player has the vision to make that feed.
And it's Westbrook with the ball. He brings it up for Albuquerque. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Off his foot, and the ref saying he kicked it. .130 left in the fourth.
And you want to use the whole court, but you got to be careful with the long passes. Those are easier to pick off.
Now here's Diallo. Passes to Nader. Over Bryant. And it's Malone with the rebound. Malone's got his 7th rebound here tonight. And plenty of contact on the shot. So 2 free throws coming up. And there's the call. Oklahoma City with the foul.
At the line for Albuquerque, Danny Manning. 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one. A big group substitution here for Albuquerque. Makers checked in for Malone. Giannis comes in for Bryant. Carter, he's checked in for Christie. And it's Sexton in for Russell Westbrook. Here's Schroeder. 1:03 left in the game. Pass to Noel. Dishes it to Schroeder. Shot clock at 6. It's good.
Given the size disadvantage, you have to have a lot of confidence to take that shot.
No question, GA. I mean, it takes skills and a certain level of fearlessness.
Here's Manning. Down low. Here's Carter. Up and in on the layup.
And credit the whole team. It was a focused, concerted effort to put this one away.
Yeah, I love how they play for one another out there. No signs of selfishness. They're just a total team effort.
The shot by Nader, no good.
And if you ask me what percentage of the time he's making that shot, my answer would be in the single digits.
Yeah, that's not his spot. Plain and simple. Just trying to force something is rarely a good idea.
Now Schroeder. The pass to Noel. Here's Baisley. Here's Nader. They get it back. And so Albuquerque takes the win. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy, they really put in a supreme effort. It just felt like once they had that lead and it was comfortable, they were not going to relinquish it.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Chris Webber, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. So long, everyone.
Yo, what's up, man?
This is where things count, right here.
Hey, how you been, man?
I see you out there doing work.
This week on NBA 2K TV. One-on-one with Warriors' Eric Paschall. My team card updates. We give you tips on basic play calling in 2K.
And this was the Hornets pulling into the arena. A lot of the guys dressed in their very best. Now they turn their attention toward picking up a win in enemy territory. And the game arrival, sponsored by Express. And here's a look at some numbers for him.
In the last 5 games, you can see the trend upwards for effective field goal percentage. And it shows you how confident he's playing right now.
So let's take a look at the Charlotte starting lineup. Washington.
did. So hopefully those guys come back healthy. And, man, you hate seeing that. But I tell you what, again, injuries can always also have a positive effect. If you get that injured player back, let's just think you get to give guys time that didn't get that much time before. So they're getting kind of 2 seasons within one. The playoffs come, you get that healthy player back. And, by the way, you have a guy that you've developed off the bench, and now you have a deeper team, a little more depth.
To the middle. Washington, that's good. Washington's got 5 now.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Yeah, very little resistance. I mean, you had to bring much faster help than that.
Inside. Boss, no good. Hornets have gone 4 of 7 from the field, shooting over 50%. Shoots from 12. The putback.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
Thanks, Kevin. Well, Coach Arago and I got a chance to talk for a bit. One of their keys will be slowing down Goran Dragic. Coach said, you talk about the triple threat, shooting, driving, and passing. That's Dragic in a nutshell. He can hurt you all 3 ways. Kevin will see which way they prioritize in this one.
All right, David, thanks. Graham hits the 3-point bomb. 7 points in the game.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
I like that pick play. I mean, you can see how easily it makes it for him to get to the cup.
Miami shooting their first foul shot of the night.
And 74% has been the mark for them on the season thus far. And the veteran Goran Dragic still producing late in his career. Not the force he once was, but always a source of playmaking and scoring.
Rozier, the pass to Hernan Gomez. Six on the shot clock. Back to Rozier for 3. It's hauled in by the Heat. Well, you look at the career of Dragic, Greg, he's always been a scoring point guard.
Yeah, and as Dragic has aged, he has learned to lean more and more on his outside shot. Even when his first step and speed start to falter, he'll find ways to put up points.
Batum scanning the floor. To the left side wing. Here's Hernan Gomez. Robinson pulls it in.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Boss gets the bucket.
That's just the product of good pass work. I mean, nice team basketball right there.
Charlotte has gone 2 or 3 from deep so far in this game. Rozier with the ball. 14 points from him the last game against Chicago. Batum for 3. That's no good. Misses his first shot of the night. The Heat have gone 7 of 11 from the field to begin the game. That puts them in the lead. That's 7 points for Boss.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling down.
Now Rozier. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. From deep. And no good on the last second attempt this time. And so lots of scoring in the